Hello, it's me, and the evil one. Today, here with you to give you some financial advice. Let's start off with simple things. If you're building houses, if possible, you should build them of hemp bricks. Hemp bricks are enormously efficient in absorbing carbon dioxide, making sure that in the future you can build more houses for lower prices. The bricks, hemp bricks, are made of CBD hemp. This kind of hemp is actually pretty cheap to grow, I believe, and the bricks are in the end cheaper than normal bricks, allowing you to, if you want to, pay workers slightly more than normal. This is just an idea, but I got many ideas in my head. For example, if we're talking about carbon dioxide, um, it's probably the case that a well built sailing ship goes just as fast or faster than a container ship. So, over time, we need to focus on what will do best for a durable, sustainable, green economy that actually keeps existing forever, instead of try to exploit the earth in a way that the next generation is as much fucked as possible, kind of economy. But let's move on. I was thinking of traffic and how to upgrade traffic safety and the flow of traffic itself. Also, upgrading your economy, of course, because the flow of traffic is better and there are less accidents. How to do this was to mainly build three pongs actually in every city instead of four ways. Four ways makes you wait more often because you're waiting on on three sides always, or two sides at the very least. Well, if you got three pongs, you're only waiting on one side normally, and you know which side someone is going, making the traffic safer and more predictable for someone driving in it, probably avoiding many, many, many accidents, and therefore avoiding many, many problems with the flow of traffic slowing down because of an accident. In larger cities that are already really, really, really filled, you could consider, this may sound weird at first, but it's actually pretty smart. You could consider saying that everyone needs to drive a bike or take the taxi or something. So, in that way, if you only leave ambulance, police, military, and the fire department, and maybe the taxis and the mover guys, that way the flow of traffic will be extremely fast and actually extremely safe. Especially in the Netherlands, we actually do this if we go right, or do this if we go left. That's not stupid to just say, oh, I'm going left or right. That might be very handy in some cases in cities, so drivers know which way you're going. I know that many people and many cities don't even do that, I believe. I don't know if they do that in America at all, for example. But that's just an example. Let's move on. There are certain areas where you might actually want to consider. I know many people try to avoid this subject since the Hindenburg was such a giant failure. But that was just a giant failure because Eva Braun was like, it's actually pretty smart to have an airship that's non polluting, that's so good. Let's lift it up super fast so it burns down. So we're sure that they don't want to build any more of these, and let's do like it's a bad idea. But actually, an airship for certain areas, especially where there are a lot of mountains, such as Switzerland and Oostenrijk and maybe other parts in the world, uh, an airship can actually be super handy if you just stop fighting around that area. And then you can easily provide yourself with products without using roads that are very inefficient or very polluting, or maybe in the winter very dangerous for certain reasons. Just naming a few examples. But so let's move on here, and I'll ask my enemy if he also has some ideas for the economy that I haven't mentioned yet. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also invented the pan. It's actually a giant pan. So, or giant. It can be giant based on what you want to do. The main idea is to save a lot of gas and cooking time. The pan is lower in height, so you got more area to steam your products in. You usually want low water in it and steaming, so it heats up even faster. And because it's not so high, the food gets steamed way faster than normal. And if you do community cooking, you even have more benefit of the effect that the area of heating is under the pan. Normally, a lot of the heat will go around the pan in the end, but if the pan and the cooking ware is larger, it's logical that the heating doesn't go around the pan or cooking ware much anymore. So in that way, you will save a lot of gas, and you can, if you want, do some community cooking. If you're that kind of community people, I'm not saying that the whole world is like that, and you have to be like that. That's not how it works. But you can consider it, and you might see the benefits from it because it's gonna save a lot of gas for the whole town, probably, and else you're gonna save a lot of on your own gas bill if you make a pan like this or cook like this, focusing more on steaming than cooking, probably. So those are mainly my ideas. Once again, the sailing ship is the speed of sailing ships. I didn't really know that actually. That's from my enemy. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, but that's also in my drawing of Arabia or Africa. If you throw a river inside the pyramid and put a golden top on it, it will provide energy for the entire country, probably, or even a larger area, without having to use an outlet, I believe. And it's logical that that's actually possible because how can they else make hieroglyphs deep inside the pyramid where there's no light? In an intricate maze that's designed to get lost. Or designed to get you lost. So, oh, one more thing. I actually know 100% certain that they don't have a super weapon. None. Except for coding. Let me tell you why. If they had a super weapon, they would use it to blow us away straight away. Because we are awake to the fact that they are here to take control and that they are dangerous. Okay? So, if they have no super weapon, or the only super weapon is coding, it's of the utmost importance that we have complete control over coding. It's more dangerous than a nuke. And the nukes aren't even here. They're all empty. As far as I know, they're all empty. Nada. Niente. De rien. Rien. Nichts. Daar, cosa di passi. I know. So, oh, last thing. 99.9999999% is going to this torture rape cult. That percentage of taxpayers' money. That is 9 nines in a row. I just. It's time to stand up. Believe it or not, but we have to change everything, or we fall in the end with time. We are just as smart or smarter than aliens. Why should we let them rule us? That makes no sense. They pretend to be smart. They put on a nice suit, steal my speech, my talk, my way, my style, my inventions, my money, my books, my Spielberg films, my Otto Lengi food. It doesn't matter. It is mine, and then they steal it, and then they pretend that they're super smart. Okay? If you want more money, more freedom, more democracy, vote open, vote locally, no bribes, no corruption, no bullshit anymore. I know what you voted, you know what I voted. We gonna make this work, and actually the money is gonna go where the people want it to go, not torture rape clones in the clone sector or the tech sector.